Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning in once again to Queen Ahmadiyyah TV Presents True Crimes. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur. You can follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page, and you can find me on Twitter at DGoddess27. So once again, please go ahead and like and share. Be sure to like and share the video. All right, thank you in advance. So listen to this, people. This woman here is Taylor Denise Shabiznis. Now, this woman is a cold-blooded, calculated killer, very callous in how she carried out this murder. She's no serial killer, but I don't doubt that if she had not been apprehended, she likely would have turned into one because she is hedonistic. She's the type of person who obviously got hedonistic pleasure or euphoric pleasure out of slaughtering someone, right? Out of murdering someone and dismembering their body and then just, going on about her day as if it was nothing serious. So now, according to a criminal complaint, authorities said they were called to a home early last Wednesday. The man's mother reported finding, pop-ups. Okay, so a woman allegedly murdered a man during a sexual assault and then proceeded to dismember his body and tried to clean it all up. But she forgot one thing at the crime scene. You see, she forgot the severed head. And she later said that's because she became lazy. Now, officers in Green Bay, Wisconsin said they discovered the body part in a bucket with a male organ also. And I'm just curious as to what organ that was. But I'm pretty sure I can guess. So Taylor Denise Shabiznis, who's only 24 years old, and as you can see, she clearly looks older. She was charged Tuesday with 1 count each of first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and third-degree sexual assault. This is all according to court records from Brown County. Now, the criminal complaint says that authorities were called to a home early last Wednesday. The man's mother reported finding a severed head in a bucket in the basement. Now, just imagine that. This is your son. You come home and you're looking for your son. Lo and behold, you go down in the basement and there you find his head decapitated in a bucket. Like, can you imagine the trauma that would have to inflict on someone? So depraved. Now, officers say they found the head in the basement as reported, and it had a towel over it. Other evidence included dried blood on a nearby mattress. So investigators started looking into Shabiznis upon hearing that she was last seen with the man. Now, they found her at a home in Eastman Avenue. Officers claimed that she had that she had what seemed to be dried blood on her hands, her sweatshirt, and her sweatpants. Clearly, she didn't bother to clean herself up once she left the crime scene. I'm just saying, how stupid is she? And also how disgusting, because you're just walking around with blood on you, just all willy-nilly. I mean, that's just so savage. Now, they searched her van and uncovered a crock pot box with more body parts, including legs, according to the court records. So I'm still thinking about the crock pot box. Was she going to cook this man's remains? I mean, I just have to wonder. I mean, this all sounds like something that a serial killer would do, and I think that's what she was on her way to becoming. I mean, the callousness of it all, it's so heinous. And then she had the body parts. What made her decapitate the head and dismember the rest of his body parts even after she killed it? And then pay attention, because she had some of the body parts in a crock pot box. What was she going to do? Bring it to a slow boil and cook it? This all sounds like Jeffrey Dahmerish, as far as I'm concerned. Now, as part of their investigation, officers said they also found a tote containing an upper torso. The criminal complaint says that the mother told the police that her son and Shabiznis were in the basement during the day on Tuesday, while the mother and her boyfriend were outside of the home. Now, she said she woke up early Wednesday morning around 2:30 a.m. or between 2:30 and 3 a.m. because she heard a storm door being slammed. Hearing a vehicle, she assumed that Shabiznis had left. She checked the basement and then only to discover her son's head in a bucket next to the bottom of the stairs. Wow. I mean, waking up in the middle of the night and finding something so ghastly, I probably would have passed out. So Shabizz claimed that she went crazy. This is what she told the police when they came and found her. She said she went crazy while having drug-fueled sex with the victim. According to this alleged version of events, the man put a chain around his neck as part of a sex act. She said she did not intend to kill the man, but that she liked choking him and kept it going. She allegedly described the killing as random. Woo, honey. So she's just going around here randomly finding people to kill, choking them, sexually assaulting them, and then dismembering their bodies and put their heads in buckets. That's just a random act for her, just, spontaneous. So Shabizz stated that she began to choke the victim, and she described it as the victim lying face down on the bed with her on top of him, pulling on the end of the chain. This really sounds sick. Okay? It almost sounds like a lynching. The victim coughed up blood, and she was just waiting for him to die while she was watching his face. Shabizz made the comment that she was already this far, so she kept going, referring to choking the victim. Shabizz said in a lower tone of voice, "Yeah, I liked it." And Detective Graff believed her to be referring to when she was choking the victim. She stated that it took 3 to 5 minutes for the victim to finally die. Now, Detective Kemp clarified with Shabizz that when the victim began to cough up blood, she did just keep on choking him because she wanted to see what would happen. That's what she said. This woman is clearly depraved. I mean, a whole psychopath. That's absolutely what she is. No empathy, sympathy, remorse, or any of that. And she doesn't even look like she had any remorse for herself, even after she was caught. I mean, she talked about this as though she were explaining how to prepare a roast, and she's giving you the instructions and the recipe. Anyway, let me continue. So, and now she said that, or she made comments that she blacked out while choking the victim, but when she woke up, the victim was already purple. So, I mean, why stop here? I may as well keep going, she thought. She stated that she enjoyed choking him and made comments to detectives asking if they knew what it was like to love something so much that you wanted to kill it. Well, I'm sure most people don't know what that feeling is like. I mean, except for a few psychopaths and sociopaths who love to go around killing people just for kicks and giggles and clearly getting euphoric pleasure from doing so. This is also egregious. Now, Shabizz said that she performed sexual activity with a man's corpse for about 2 to 3 hours. Okay, so she was clearly into necromancy, right? Which further makes me feel like she was going to be a potential serial killer had she not been caught. Because that's actually something that Ted Bundy, another serial killer, that's something that he actually engaged in with his victims. Anyway, it goes on to say that she claimed to be in the basement with the man from Tuesday night into Wednesday morning before dismembering the body. She probably stayed there and got her rocks off all that time for about 12 hours, just, ravaging that man's poor dead corpse, and then decided to dismember his body parts. Now, Shabizz responded to the police, or that the police were going to have fun trying to find all of the organs. She stated that all of the body parts should be in the basement. She stated that she had a foot or leg in her minivan. Detective Graff asked her what she did with the head. And she stated that she put the victim's head in a black bucket and put a towel over it. And he already knew that, obviously, because they'd already found the severed head when they went to his mother's house. I guess he just basically wanted to see if she was going to admit to it or tell him where it was. So anyway, she allegedly said a bread knife worked best on account of its serrated blade. She stated that the knife should be in a black bag along with the body parts in the basement, according to prosecutors. Now, Shabizz indicated that she would use whatever bags she found in the basement to place the body parts into. She made the comment that at one point, she did get a bit paranoid and lazy, and that she thought it was the dope that was making her paranoid. So she was high off of some type of drugs. I mean, all the actions that she was carrying out to me sounds like maybe some meth or some PCP, or Flocka, something crazy like that. Now, she said she planned on taking all the body parts with her, but she only got the leg and foot into the van because she got lazy, according to the document. She said she forgot the head. So she actually planned on taking the head with her. Wow. Okay. Now, she remains in the Brown County jail without bond. Online records do not name whether or not she has an attorney. Wow, this is really something. This is really crazy. So this woman really sexually assaulted this man, tied him up, and then I'm wondering, well, he was likely high off of the drugs too, because she did say that it was drug-fueled sex. So likely both of them were high off of some type of narcotics. And then she put this chain around his neck and proceeded to choke him with it. I wonder, did he even comprehend what was going on during the time of all this, when as it was, being played out? And when he did finally realize that she was killing him, I'm just wondering, how was he not able to escape? I mean, she likely had his hands bound or something like that. Had to have had him constricted in some type of way to do all of this. This is all just so sick. And then to imagine the poor mother waking up in the middle of the night and coming down there and finding her son's decapitated head. I mean, can you imagine how traumatizing that could be? This is just all something like out of a horror movie as far as I'm concerned. This woman is clearly sick. And I don't mean she's mentally insane, because that's what they love to try to do, is play crazy. I just think that she's a psychopathic killer and that she did this for hedonistic pleasure. And this was probably the beginning of her official serial killing career, had she not been apprehended. Because look, she's only 24 years old, and this was probably her first kill. She probably has had a bloodlust for quite some time and just decided to act it out, because that's clearly what this also is, a bloodlust. You can tell because after she choked this man to death with the chain, she proceeded to dismember and cut up his body. Do you know how sick of an individual, how evil and wicked and satanic, what kind of demonic energy you have to carry out something like that? You're going to sit there and cut a person's body into pieces and then carry the pieces, some of them with you, and then leave the rest for his own mother to find? Like, who besides a devil could even stomach thinking about it, let alone doing it? I'm sure this one was on her way to being the next Jeffrey Dahmer. And then let's not forget that they said that the leg and foot that she took was in a crock pot box. So she clearly came prepared to cook the food. I mean, to cook his body is all I'm saying. She was probably going to bring it to a slow broil, honey, slow cook it, and then enjoy herself leg, ankle, and feet for dinner. I mean, this is all so gross. It sounds like Albert Fish type stuff as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, that is the story of Taylor Denisha business. Wow. So sad and clearly disgusting. With that all being said, everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time I go live. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at QueenAhmadiyyah You can also follow the Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur fan page, and you can follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. All right. Peace.